All right, welcome back. So much happening in Nigeria's crypto industry with the Securities and Exchange Commission amending rules on digital assets issuance, offering platforms, exchange, and custody. New rules at this point. Well, join us to unpack this. We have Segun Koshemani, is the CEO of Botme Cash, joining me right here in the studio. It's great to have you.
Good to have you too.
So,
I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, a lot playing out in the market, and right there, if you see the screen, it's still green.
Absolutely.
It's still green on the screen.
Absolutely.
You know, at this point, looking at the market, XRP even going deeper, Bitcoin holding up 107,000.
We're going to 250.
I can imagine. And, you know, this kind of market is quite funny because it's when Bitcoin hits new levels like these that you get your grandma calling you. What's happening with Bitcoin? It's going up. You get somebody calling you from somewhere else. Oh, I want to get in now. Why is it always at this time? Why do they call at $16,000? Let's start with that before we go in.
Yeah, everybody gets Bitcoin at the price they deserve.
Right.
And Bitcoin is going up forever. Other fiat currencies debases. Bitcoin doesn't. It is deflationary, while other fiat currency, including our own almighty Naira, backed by the almighty dollar, they are all inflationary currency. And people need to understand that Bitcoin solved something that has never been solved on God Almighty's universe before. It's called the double spend problem. Before 2008, 2009, when the Bitcoin white paper surfaced, you could send digital value and keep a copy of it. So there is no way to measure authenticity with sincerity of purpose. There was never a way. You know, banking system is basically my SQL. So I can send something to you and, you know, delete and edit and still have it. You know, if I send you a picture before now, I can keep a copy of the picture. But Bitcoin solved that double spend problem. Now, if I send you a value, I can never ever keep that value again. That's what Bitcoin did, and that's the true blockchain. After that, a few years after that is when you have every other thing cryptocurrency. So because Bitcoin is limited in the amount, they call it digital gold, but right. Unlike gold, it's only 21 million. It's scarce. The scarcity is finite. Right? It will go up forever. Unlike gold, that it's possible that you can still find gold. They found gold in El Salvador some days ago. Right. Anybody can find gold, and it's bloody to even mine gold. But Bitcoin basically has been created by a pseudonymous character called Satoshi Nakamoto. It's 21 million. You can go and check. Channels Television can hire the best people and go and check. Open source code base. It can never be more than that. So.
Right. But
about 60 million.
Some have argued that, you know, since it's digital gold, but it doesn't make you jewelry like gold.
I mean, can you move $1 billion gold from here to the next?
That'll be
place?
very heavy.
Yes, but I can move $10 billion worth of Bitcoin without nobody knowing. All I need to put is seed phrase or private keys. They are just set of names. If I know your name, Ladi, no Bola, no Kunle, I can keep my 12-word seed phrase. Right. It's the best way to keep money. Privacy is portable, is divisible, is fungible, and you can carry it along. If your house in Banana Island is worth $10 billion, if war breaks out in Nigeria, how can you take it away from there? But you can take it
in a flash drive.
Yes, and then for commercial trades, a lot of things that's making Bitcoin go up forever. The fact that it is finite, the fact that it is scarce, the fact that it doesn't debase like our regular dollar, pounds, naira,
right,
makes it go up, and other fiat currencies go down.
Quite a performance. But let's get into the nitty-gritty of this matter now. It's all about SEC bosses at this point. We see what's playing out in the U.S. With Gary Gensler giving way for a new SEC boss. Trump did promise that he would fire Gary Gensler.
Yeah,
so now it's
he
all
didn't
about
get to do that, but Gary's leaving already.
Exactly. So now it's all about finding crypto-friendly Securities and Exchange Commission leaders, and it seems we found one in Nigeria.
Yes.
That's in the with Emomotimi Agama, and But he set out some new rules.
Yeah.
Now, for virtual asset service providers, at this point. Key introductions in a revised, that's for the revised rules.
Yeah.
Issuers and issuance of digital securities, stable coins, cryptocurrencies, anonymity-enhanced cryptocurrencies, prohibited in Nigeria, at some point. We're seeing some revised rules there. Advertisement, marketing, promotion, particularly social media influencers. We call them finfluencers, at this point. If you promote a cryptocurrency platform or token that does not have a license with the Securities and Exchange Commission in Nigeria, you'd have to pay about 10 million naira.
Or you go to jail.
Or you go to jail, or both.
Yeah,
so is this friendly? Is this looking friendly?
I mean, I'll be frank. First of all, I want to thank President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for making a popular decision. Unlike Joe Biden, outgoing Joe Biden, and Gary Gensler, who is unpopular in America, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu may have gotten some things right and wrong, but in this capital market, he got it 101% right by giving us Dr. Emotimi Agama. That's a Bitcoiner to the core and a virtual asset service friendly and widely experienced person.
But does the SEC leader, do they have to be crypto friendly, really?
The next financial space now and tomorrow is crypto. Your children, my 2-year-old daughter will get to 15 years old and ask you and I, Daddy, did you ever spend paper money? Like we are asking our parents, how did they marry you with cowries?
Right.
It's going to be true. No, Nigeria is trying to quit complete paper money. That's one of the ways you can curb money laundering and corruption at large. So the advantage of digital money is a lot. But with Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, the digital assets, you can really nip fraud in the bud. And what the SEC has done is laudable. Yes, things can be worked on. There are pros, there are cons, especially of the advertising. Let me touch on that. I'll start with the cons. The cons is food don't come out for the mouth of ordinary Nigerians. We'll be saying that they collect their own cho-cho. Like the everyday young Nigerian that would ordinarily just get influencers' money from abroad or from local companies will not be able to do that again. You do that, you might be liable to pay about 10 million naira, or you go to jail.
Because we go on Instagram and you see some of these influencers, promoting some crypto platforms,
which is very tough, which is very bad, So I particularly like this. I'll tell you why. If I pay 500 million or 1 billion naira to register myself with SEC, I go through the due diligence, rigorous due diligence. This SEC under Dr. Timmy is not playing. Our space is as big as the banks. We are ready to actually bring revenue in billions of dollars for Nigeria. So if you need to be on top of your game, you have to come out open. The Tony Elumelu's, Segun Agbaje's, the Jim Obias, they came out open. So if we want to play like that, yes, you have to really be open to scrutiny. So the pros is no more coming to come and perpetrate fraud, because a lot of popular influencers, I don't want to mention them just because I don't want to be the one to whistleblow them. I've done this, and I'm sure the SEC is watching. I practically called out somebody that I'm his biggest fan, one of the biggest Afrobeat exports, who did that, who made a meme coin. So until these things are stopped, the proliferation of scams in our country will not stop. If somebody that has 5 million, 10 million followers, even as little as 30,000, 200,000 followers, will just collect money from one Oyinbo and then, post something, gullible Nigerians will fall for it. Everybody's naira is inflationary, is debasing, so we're trying to automate our naira. You put in a lot of work, a lot of energy, you dissipate many of them on the road, traffic, and all of that, and then the little that you earn, you want to put it somewhere where it is going to rise in value, and then you put it in something that you don't understand. Because an influencer that you like, pushed it out there. And many of these influencers cashed out at the expense of their followers. So it is...
Are those ones going to be recalled?
It's 100% right for the SEC to do whatever is right. I would not advocate for retrospect type of sanctions.
Right.
But if the SEC say that's what they're going to do, at least maybe they call you and say, you've made $2 million in retrospect. Are you going to come and talk about this or go to jail? It might make sense, but I think the SEC can forgive in the spirit of Nigeria and in the spirit of country, so we got to move forward. But it has to be stopped. I think one of the things I would like to recommend for the SEC is to reach out to all the social media companies, reach out to iOS platform, Google Play platform, or downloadable applications, and tell them, those are where the controls can really come from, and especially the social media influencers. So I'm a Bitcoin advocate, a Bitcoin maxi to the core, and I see how fraud has been perpetrated. I pay $1 billion for licensing. I go through all this due diligence, and then somebody on their social media is pushing whether a legit or illegit company. How do you think I'm going to be happy?
Right.
So
talking about most of these international platforms now, how does this rule apply to them?
Oh, beautiful. So I love what the SEC has done. You see, again, all the glory goes to the president, because that's a Lagos man with a Lagos mindset at the presidency. Then Dr. Timi that he gave us has devised a way for us to grow, especially the young people here. A Binance competing with a Botany Cash is 10-0 in Nigeria. They have the liquidity, we have the technical capacity too, but who's going to give us the platform for expression? When all the money that I may have is maybe 100 million naira to run operations, to run marketing, and to expand, right? And Binance may just have about $40 million for marketing alone. How will I survive? That's how some people perpetrate fraud. So I love what the SEC is doing, ensuring that any foreign company that wants to come here, you must Nigerianize. 60% of your board, based on the updated rules, have to be Nigerian. That makes a lot of sense. You must have a Nigerian office. That's job opportunity, human capital development at its highest. If you don't like the sector that you're in, this is the best time for you to start thinking about the virtual asset sector. There is nothing so exciting in the banking sector no more. I used to build bank technologies, right? We built the United Bank of Africa Diaspora Banking application, so we know these things. It is more exciting in the blockchain space. And shout out to the SEC. They are the apex body for this capital market. We are the new entrants of the capital market.
Right.
So we don't want a situation whereby foreigners will come and then it won't be a fair playing ground. Although they are welcome, they're going to come with technology, they're going to come with capacity, but they should develop our own capacity, create jobs, be open to due diligence, and then the company should have local content directive.
And we have something we're not importing, going forward.
I mean, there's a space for infrastructure
right.
To be outsourced. There's
right.
outsourcing there in the new SEC rules. You see, this new rules is really encompassing. I must give it to the SEC, right? Because some people don't have the capacity to build, but they have the money, so they can go and buy source codes, right? But then you have to subject that source code to SEC scrutiny, so we know what is there. Because Nigeria's sovereign money is what is on it. Unlike what the ex-governor of Central Bank did, Mr.
Right.
Emefiele. This new Central Bank governor, Mr. Cardoso, recapitalizing the bank, the BDC, and the SEC, you can see what they are doing. It's really about local content.
All right, Segun, so much to unpack there, but I guess this is an ongoing conversation that we'll definitely keep having to shed more light on what the SEC is doing with the crypto industry right here in Nigeria. Thank you so much for coming on today.
Thank you very much.
Segun Koseman is the Chief Executive Officer of Botany Cash. Thank you for coming on today.